all the listening posts and breaking them all up. Although it's not probably not as effective on a small map like this. So we've got like a mass assault troop jumping in here, so it's a good fight here. Although one of the regiments seems, one of the Fire Wars regiments has taken a good bit of damage there. Although he's just running out the rest of the regiments here, which you'll just see, like, you know, he can't, he's just macroing pretty well. He just won't allow the close combat to do much damage. So we've actually got the monastery completed for the Space Marine, like, so it seems a bit late. I thought, you know, I thought he was going to go for a more attack interested or like heavy build, but obviously he didn't because he's starting to spam assault Space Marine troops, which cost him a lot and slowed him down a bit. And as we see here, the stealth squad just destroying the listening post here with the help of the crisis battlesuit, or just the battlesuit, sorry, broadside battlesuit. These assault Space Marines are taking some heavy damage. Although it looks like they're doing a good bit of damage themselves. The Firewall squad's down to 3 members and they're pretty injured. Yeah, this looks like it's been pretty successful. I'm surprised here. Yeah, the Firewall seem to have been cut the ribbons here. A few of them, maybe 1 or 2 squads down this part. Just one squad here. You hear them down. That looks like that entire squad might actually die. He's running to the listening post, so that's him. He's toast. He's dead. Anyway, and then even the thing's been scouted here. He's got the skull probes out, so you can actually see the stealth suits now, so that's going to help him. Like. Some commentators, observers just hit well played. I honestly don't understand. It's like no one actually plays matches where having loads of people in the match watching it. Like it's like no one actually auto matches. This is all just arranged matches or something, which is probably the case. Like, although the auto match system for Dawn of War is pretty poor anyway. So that was pretty successful in Space Marine. It was actually did a lot better than I thought he would. Because like the first time he built this Assault Space Marines, he didn't do very much at all. But this time it was different. I'm not sure if that was because of any other, you know, a factor rather than just the macro. The macro wasn't as good for the Fire Warriors this time. That regiment's taking heavy damage there. Probably that squad's probably gonna get wiped out. He just got a lucky reinforcement there, but I think he's still gonna lose it. I think the tower should have upgraded this listening post by now. It is pretty far into the game, and like it would help him in this situation. Looks like he did lose that assault Space Marine squad, so he did. Stealth suit getting taken out there, pretty bad macro. We probably should have brought them back. At this stage of the game, like it's pretty hard to macro at that level, like with so much shit going on. It looks like he's given up with the plasma or the flamers on the Space Marine squad, which I think was a good idea. Which I think it was, to be honest, my personal opinion was like a waste of resources, to be honest. It's a pretty tough fight here. It's like he's actually running the negative cover here. I'm not sure why he's did that. You know, he should have stayed around his base, getting the cover of his buildings at least. Looks like that broadside's going to go down to the force commander here. He's actually got upgraded to the demon hammer, so strange. He should have actually finished it off, which he has now. Whew, pretty close actually. Space Marine, it looks like the Tau's just about fought this off, and he's going to lose the force commander here, which he has. Like, so the Tau's actually fought it off. However, I just believe it's the Space Marine's going to start having some higher attack units now, so it's just a bit of a reprieve for this Tau. Oh, I haven't said, it's hard to know, like. Actually, Space Marine player just saying there still thinks Space Marine is greater than Tau. And then his opponent, the Tau, says no, only in some maps. Bit of smack talking here, but I think they're, you know, sort of friendly, like, so it's not a big deal. So quite a lot of Fire Warrior spawn mass here, like they're in quite good condition here. So Space Marine player could be in deep trouble here if he doesn't get some sort of new tech out. To be honest, I don't think he does. He's in deep shit here because he doesn't seem to have built much, and the fact that he's even talking in the chat sort of suggests that he's maybe given up the match. And Tau players, strangely enough, says no race is greater than any other race, which is kind of funny coming from a Tau player, like. um, I don't know. I just think the Fire Warrior spawn added with the sort of harass of the stealth suits anti-vehicle on listening posts is just very hard to overcome. So we've got like one regiment of Grey Knights versus like shit. If you see all these Fire Warriors shooting at these Grey Knights, even the Grey Knights will just be totally destroyed. He's put down I'm not sure what you call it, psychic disruption spell, which is very nasty if you actually stay in it very long. But why I say the Tau players getting out of it, like. I once won a fight in this match where I didn't actually fight the opponent. We just like I like harassed his base at the start, and then he run into his base, and I backed off and had a take and hold victory, and he never actually challenged me. So it actually just like it was just the most bizarre match I've ever had. But the only reason I mentioned it because at one point he actually did use that psychic disruption on me, and I wasn't really paying attention, and like nearly lost the whole squad. I was actually amazed at how damaging it was. So I'm not really sure what the crack is here. The Toy player is just not finishing the guy off. He's probably waiting for some sort of anti-vehicle troops coming out here so he can help take out these buildings. So we got the three heroes coming out for the Space Marine. Like, looks pretty cool. They're just all sitting alongside each other, but it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna change much. Like, once you see these players, maybe he's upgrading the charge for his Grey Knights, but I would assume he had it. But like this plasma damage is gonna be immense. Like, even the hero of the is going down extremely quick. Like, but it's the Force Commander bought him enough time to get into close combat with the Grey Knights. Looks like the Tower player's actually backing off here, like, and he's been slowed down here. I'm not sure what unit actually does that, but he seems to be extremely slowed down. I really should play some more Space Marines, like. We got some Assault Terminators coming, or Assault, not Assault Terminators, Assault Space Marines coming in, so he's actually doing surprisingly well here. I didn't think he'd actually, I thought they'd just be killed in the firing line, but the Force Commander did buy them the time he needed to get across in the close combat. So yet again, the Tower player's backing off here, so not very good. I would have thought the Tower player would have had enough advantage in that colony to actually have some vehicles out, or just higher attack units at this point. Had such an advantage there for a time. Like he doesn't seem to have made the most of it. He's actually lost nearly all his Tower warriors, so that's terrible. Fire warriors. Good comeback by the Space Marine there, quite impressive. Although I haven't said that. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. This is what I'm talking about here. This is ridiculous. Look at the anti-vehicle of this anti-vehicle cannons of. I wish I knew the name, like, but he's just destroying the Space Marine player's base, and there's not much you can do about it. Like, 'cause especially Space Marines have a hard time actually spotting. They have to keep building these skull probes, which are quite they're actually very vulnerable themselves. Like, as you see, the type player is just taking them out. Like, they're actually expensive and they're vulnerable as hell. So like it's not much option. So looks like we got a base kill here, a base kill race, and you have to fancy the tower here. As I said, they do. They're specific anti building armor destroying weapons they're using, whereas these guys are just close combat. It's a pretty interesting match. I think the Space Marine player, his skill has been shown here. Like, he's actually done quite well. Like, most players wouldn't have lasted as long as this. Even made it this much of a contest. But that's what I'm talking about here. I think this was like actually sort of proved me